Hey guys. Hey. All right. So we are back for another installation of Midjourney Madness. We are on day 16 of 21. That means we only have 5 days left. And I'm excited about today, which is going to be style reference. Midjourney, style influence, which is going to be the style weight. So if you're just now joining me, my name is Jay Stone. I'm a visual content strategist. I help entrepreneurs create digital products and dope content using AI. And we started out this journey with 21 days. We went over prompt structure back on day one. And then we've talked about how to create the cheat code. We've gone over parameters, art styles, including photography, cartoons, SREF codes. And then we went into building characters with your skin tone, body type, hair texture. We also jumped into this past week personalization codes, mood boards. And yesterday we started with, we started with reference images. Yesterday we did consistent art styles. So this is basically the part two for the consistent art styles. And this is going to be style weight. And we're going to look at how that works. So let's just go ahead and jump into a little quick presentation. And then we'll jump into the demonstration. All right, so remember, this is part two because we went over consistent styles yesterday, the part one, to just show you how to create the consistent styles. Now we're going to talk a little bit about style weight. Now, style weight is not an original parameter from Midjourney. So we got this probably around 2023, end of 2023, but they really helped us develop it in 24 with the 6.1 release of 6.1, which is the current version of Midjourney. So style weight, and I'll show you how it works in just a second. It's for use if you're using a reference image or an SREF parameter. So if we go back, the SREF, we did that on day 7, which is basically built-in style codes from Midjourney. And so it tells Midjourney how much emphasis to put on the reference image or the reference style. So it's saying, hey, do we want more of the style or just a little bit of the style? So it ranges from 0 to 1,000, and the default is 100. And you can use this in conjunction with the --s, which is style. That means how much the Midjourney has influence over it, the Midjourney default aesthetic, okay? The parameter is a --SW and then the number. And that number can range, and I'm going to say 1 to 1,000 because if you do 0, it says don't pay attention to the style at all. So 1 to 1,000, again, the default is 100. And so let's get into Midjourney. So you guys remember that I found this art style, this piece of art right here, on the Midjourney Explorer page yesterday. And we kind of used it to guide us with where we were going with the look and feel. So this is a charcoal or a pencil drawing with color pop. That is the art style. Charcoal pencil drawing with color pop. And so that means it's going to be mostly grayscale with a pop of color. And usually color pop has a single color, but in this case, it has 2 colors. So I played around with this prompt. Okay, let's close this. I played around with the prompt to come up with this set of images. So similar, right? But just 1 pop of color. Okay, because I only went with 1 pop of color. So now that we have this, okay, we're going to come up with a completely different prompt, and we're going to ask for it to apply this style. So to do that, I'm going to go back to the Midjourney Explorer page and find something fun or exciting that I feel like if we apply the art style to it, it will be fun And I want to stick with an illustration because that's what we're already working with. And it is a little bit of work to shift from, say, illustration to a photography. It can work, but it's a lot more work. So let me just find a piece of artwork. Sorry, I didn't do this earlier. And I'm just going to go. I'm just going to type in woman illustration. Okay. All right. So here we go. We got some women illustrations. I'm going to go with a painting so it has a little more dimension. Not painting, painting art. Well, let's try oil painting. Okay. Okay. Oh, here it is. Took a second for that to come up. So I'm just going to find, and again, we could take a lot of time on things. So let me just pick one and move on. All right, so I'm going to pick this woman here. And it just says pretty woman portrait. So that's not dynamic enough. Let me find one more. What does it say? Woman face. Okay, it has an artist listed in that one. So I'm just going to come up with my own because I don't want to be here all day. All right, I'm just going to create my own. Okay. I'm going to say a horse in a field. With a poodle on its back. Okay. So I'm going to do this in the AR 16:9. And I'm going to grab this image right here. And I'm just going to drag it. And I'm going to click the paperclip because that's art style. So if you mouse over, Midjourney will tell you this is the character style, the art style, and the image style. Okay. So remember the default is 100. Okay. So I put this art style here and I'm just going to let it generate. While that's happening, I'm going to do it again. Okay. And it's at 750, which is my default setting. Okay. I'm going to take the Midjourney stylization down to 25 because it's going to have a Midjourney influence on it. Okay. Now, mind you, I didn't have a lot in the prompt. So it did pull the illustration. Okay. And then I'm going to do a -- style weight of 250. Okay. So that's low. It goes up to 1,000. Now, mind you, I also didn't use the colors that we used here. I didn't tell it to do charcoal. I wanted to see how much it's going to pull. And it did pretty good by giving us that black and white grayscale, right? It gave us a pop of color. It gave us the color it wanted, which was yellow. Okay. So it did pretty good by pulling some of it at 100. But when we take that style code up to 250, it pulls more. Now, mind you, I took the Midjourney stylization off. Midjourney doesn't have any influence it down at 25. Okay. So now we're starting to see that pop of green. Okay. Poodle is a little more dynamic. Okay. And let's take it all the way up to the style at 1,000. Okay, and then while it's doing this, I'm also going to show you if we put it at 250 and do the Midjourney stylization also at 250, we'll see what it does as well. Okay, so when we took it all the way to 1,000, the poodle is a person now, right? because remember, this was a person. Okay. So the poodle got legs. You know, Midjourney just took over and took too much with it, right? So it probably is going to, but now when I gave Midjourney some of the power back, meaning Midjourney took it up to 1,000, it was just way too much on the style. Okay, so I'm gonna hide these because I don't like any of these. However, when we did the 250 and 250, Midjourney gave us the yellow, right? It gave us more colors. And yeah, it gave us more colors. So now I'm going to try this one more time because they're equal. I'm going to take the style weight up to 777, which is a favorite number of mine. And I'm going to leave the Midjourney stylization at 250. Okay, so let's recap what we did. We took this lady here and we said, Midjourney, I like this style. Keep this style. Now, why is this helpful? If you're doing a book or something like that, Midjourney, even if you use the same prompt, cartoon illustration, there's so many variations of a cartoon illustration. You have to be able to tell Midjourney, hey, keep everything looking like this so it's generated by the same artist. Okay, so in the first one, we just used the image and we left the stylization at 250, and then I think it was the default was 100. So Midjourney's stylization 750, it added its own. That's why we got the yellow in there. And we didn't have a whole we did not use the style weight at all. We just used the image as a reference style. Okay, so Midjourney still had the 750 influence on its aesthetic. Okay, so we took the Midjourney influence down to 25, and we said we took the power of the style reference, the image, our reference image, up to 250. Okay, then we did it equal. Okay, Midjourney style is equal to the style reference of the image, and then we dropped it. We took Midjourney style to, we left Midjourney style at 250, but we took the style reference all the way up to 777, and it's a lot more like the image that we liked, which was, let me open this in a new tab so you can kind of see. All right, and so you have to play around to see what the magic number is. Okay, not sure why. It's a little slow with showing me the previews right now. But as you can see from the preview, these look a lot more like, if I can just get it to, okay, so Midjourney is acting a little funky. Let's stop, try it again. Okay, so there we go. So this looks a lot like what we originally started. And it threw the lady in there and it gave me my poodle. Okay. And it gave me just the poodle here, which is so cute. And just the poodle here. Okay. So that's basically how it works. Now, if you're trying to just solidify the style, I would say take the Midjourney stylization as low as possible to make sure that you get what you're looking for. Okay, so let's try this again with the SREF, because this works with image references, but it also works with the SREF code style reference. Okay, so here's a SREF code. I'm just gonna copy this code. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Midjourney, and this code, this is monochrome. Okay, so it's not, basically it should be black and white anyway, but we'll see if it's gonna listen to me and give me the color pop. Okay, so I'm going to use this and I'm going to remove the style reference, the picture. Okay, and I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to remove the style weight for now just so you can see what Midjourney is going to come up with. I'm going to take this style reference down to 25 so we can see what the reference is going to give us. With just this SREF code, it should look a lot like this. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, meanwhile, It did do it. It does look a lot like this style. Okay, so there was no color pop in this really. And then what I'm going to do is say, hey, now I want you to make it look more like this style. So I'm gonna take the style weight up to SW. I'm gonna take it to 777 and click enter. Okay, so now it says, give me a higher influence from the SREF code. Okay, so Midjourney influence was at 25. So Midjourney was like, oh, I'm throwing some green. Okay, I like this one. I'm gonna make this look like an oil painting. These are all cute, and this was monochrome. And then they threw in a little brown boy up here. So now, not that much difference. I'm not seeing that much difference, probably because it's monochrome. Okay, so I actually like the 100, like it, the style reference at 100 more. And so that's the default. That's how I knew it was 100, because that's the default. Okay. When I added up to style 777, it did add more detail, which is nice, but I lost some of the dimension that we got here. Okay. All right, and so I like this. Honey, I don't know. This poodle look like a person, honey. Cute. Cute. I still like the first set better. All right, so I'm going to hide all of those. So that's a monochrome, which is kind of boring. Not much of a challenge since we already had that. But let's go with this whimsical dreamscapes. Okay, whimsical dreamscapes. I'm going to go with the horse. I'm going to let it do the default stylization. Take out this SW, and go. Okay, so this is going to be a completely different art style. It's going to look more like the whimsical dreamscapes. So let's see what it gives us. Look at this. Okay, so look at how the art style influence. And the Midjourney influence is 25. So let's go ahead and give it a style weight. --SW 777. And let's see what it's going to do at 777. I'm also going to let you see what it does at 1000. And I'm also going to let you see what it does at 50. Okay. And then we're going to leave that at 1000. And we're going to leave them, and we're going to tell Midjourney to give us a style weight of 1000. That's going to be the Midjourney influence. Okay. So this was the original one, and we had this style weight at 100. But when we took it up to 777, here's what we got. Okay. Now we took it to 1000. Thought it did well. Okay. This is the style weight at 50. Still cute. And then this is a style weight where it's at, the style weight is at 1000. The style is referenced at 1000. And then Midjourney's aesthetic is at 1000. So they're both at the top, which I actually like. All right. So how does this help us? If you see something online that you really like, let's just say you want to do a children's storybook. Okay, and I just put children's storybook dog image. I'm just gonna pull up an image. I'm gonna say stock. That's right. Let's see if I can find a cartoon that I like. Let me not do. Okay. I don't want to do stock image for someone else on this. So let me go back to the Midjourney Explore page and then put children's story. Okay, so children's storybook dog. Okay, so let's just say I want a dog in this style. I'm going to copy this image. Copy this image. Okay, and let's just say I want to do a poodle. Take out all these style, weight, style, reference, all that stuff. And I paste. I did a copy and I did a keyboard shortcut to paste. And I'm going to change this to the paperclip. And you still need to put it in the prompt. Children's storybook cartoon. A horse, okay, with a poodle on his back, okay? And I want it to look like this dog, this particular style of cartoon. I'm also going to put, I did a stylize at 777. I'm going to change this to the style weight at 1,000. Okay, so it's coming close. Style weight at 1,000. And I'm going to do the Midjourney style at 25 and see what it does. So it did pretty good. So if I look at this boy here, right here, right? I'm going to open him in a new tab so you can see him. And then open up this sucker. It looks like it's very similar. Look at the eyes. Okay. The shape of the eyes, the roundness in the illustration, the vibrance of the color looks very similar. And that's what you ultimately want. You ultimately want it to look like it came from the same artist for the storybook. Now, when I took it up to 1,000, it was a little bit, I don't love it. Okay, I think that the eye color changes, the eye shape changed. Didn't really like that. It didn't give me as much, and that was because I took the style weight up to 1,000 versus the style weight at 750. It gives me more of what I'm looking for, and it did it pretty consistently. Everything kind of looks like it's the same. Okay. The Midjourney stylization on this one, I think, let's see what the stylization was. I don't want to report. I want to copy prompt. Let's see what this prompt was. So it had the Midjourney stylization at 750. But let's see what it had. Did it have a style weight? It had to have a style weight. No, I didn't have a style weight on this one. Okay, so let me do this one with a style weight of, because I only did the paper clip, it just took this as a reference image. I want to do the style weight of 777 and the Midjourney stylization, well, it'll take that down to 25 and see what it does. Okay, so now we're putting more weight. And I think that it did a great job without adding any style weight to it. Okay, just the Midjourney aesthetic at 750, I thought did a wonderful job. Okay, but we took the Midjourney aesthetic off of it and gave the style weight 750, and not bad. I still think that Midjourney directly did it. Let me try it. Took it at 777. Let me put it at 250. I think it over stylized a little bit because it gave me colors on the eyes and stuff like that. So I think it over stylized it with the style weight. So I'm going to take that off. This was just the paperclip by itself, which means the default style weight is 100. Okay. And I pushed it up to 250, and I still think it's a little bit over stylized compared to my buddy. So it looks like the 100 would be the great use. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful. Let's recap a little bit, okay, because it might be confusing with style weight versus Midjourney style. Okay, So when you're using the style weight, it tells Midjourney the image that I gave you or the style reference that I gave you, okay, the weight. Here's how much influence I want my reference image or reference code to have. And that can range from 0 to 1,000. 0 means don't look at it at all. 1,000 means make it look as identical to this as possible. Okay, we're finding that the magic number is different depending on the art style and the subject. Okay, now in addition to that, Midjourney still can have its own influence, and that will still range from 0 to 1,000. Okay, so the first thing that I recommend is that you take the Midjourney style down to 25 or 50, so it doesn't have a lot of the Midjourney aesthetic in it. You want some because this is what adds a unique flavor to your image. So take it to about 25 or 50 for the Midjourney stylized. That's the --S parameter. Okay, then get the aesthetic for the reference that you're using, whether it's a reference image or a reference code, right? And its default is 100, and then you find the right number to that before you let Midjourney come back in and try to influence. Or you can remove Midjourney altogether. So what is this best for? This is best for creating a consistent look across multiple images for things like storybooks, campaigns, products, and things of that nature. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Okay, hopefully that helps. For tomorrow, we're going to be starting to talk about the character reference, and that's going to consistent characters, and that's what everybody's been waiting for. Okay, that's what everybody's been waiting for. But we're going to start with how do you build a core character? Okay, how do you build a core character? A lot of times people try to build a character and just slap them in different environments, but you've got to really build a character, and there's multiple ways to do it. I'm going to keep it super, super simple. It may not get you where you're trying to go in terms of storybooks, but it'll definitely get you there for products and campaigns. Okay, that's it for me, and we'll see you guys back here tomorrow at 6 p.m.